So, with that, let's make some Oscar predictions, Jordan. I've don't worry, I've got
K-pop
the.
Demon Hunter.
Oh yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do anime. We're not gonna do this in any particular order. We'll do the best animated first. It's K-pop Demon Hunters. Anyone who doesn't think it's K-pop Demon, I saw Doug Walker put out his Oscar predictions, and he had Zootopia down. He's wrong.
I,
It's
I just
he's wrong.
I just don't think that it will. I think the only one that gives K-pop a challenge is Zootopia 2, but I don't think it'll win.
They're currently doing the red carpet at the actual Oscars. Um,
That's my opinion.
I don't not yeah I just don't see Elio only stands of the
Oh,
two.
to me, Elio's not even in the running.
Yeah, doesn't have the money. I think Disney's definitely going to put it towards Zootopia, and I just don't think Zootopia. Look, do we want to go the political route of it's not popular enough? Zootopia 2 is not popular enough. Is it a better movie? No, it's not a better movie either. It's all right. It's not exceptional. I don't even think it's as good as the first one. Um, I really don't. So
Yeah,
I just don't I don't. It's gonna be K-pop Demon Hunters. K-pop Demon Hunters is,
I would
is
be very surprised if
everywhere.
it wasn't K-pop.
They're also going to win Best Song because going up against them
Probably.
for Best Song. Hold on, let me see if I can find Best Song here while we quickly. Uh, what do we got? We got Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. Okay, but we do have one song from Sinners. I Lie to You from Sinners. We've got a song from Train Dreams. Yeah, none of these you know. So the only one that has any popularity is again it's Golden, and it's gonna win. It's gonna win best. It's gonna win best animated. Easy hands down
Yeah,
easy.
like I could maybe see it being a thing where K-pop wins the golden, the best music or whatever, and then they give it to Zootopia so that it
Right,
doesn't win too.
right,
But I don't. Yeah, I'd be surprised if K-pop doesn't win.
right. It's definitely gonna win. Like I think you're
The only
naive to
again,
assume that
the
it's not gonna
only
win
reason why anyone thinks that Zootopia might win is because it's Disney.
because it's purely because. But it being Disney doesn't mean anything anymore because there's been previous years
Well,
where like
it does to idiots who don't know, like idiots like us who don't know anything about the Oscar.
sure, but like in terms of the Academy, Disney doesn't like
Right.
DreamWorks has been crushing lately as well, so it's not
That's
like
why I'm saying
yeah,
K-pop will win.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely, K-pop Demon Hunters will win. There's
But
not
the
even
only one which might give it give it a shake up is Zootopia.
so
But it won't. But
no,
the only one that
no.
might is that.
So we
But it
might as well
won't.
we might as well start at the top with the actor in a leading role, um, and Jordan, based purely on what I've told you today. The nominees are Timothy Chalamet from Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio from One Battle After Another. I did not watch Blue Moon, but Ethan Hawke from Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan from Sinners, and Wagner Mora. I apologize for mispronunciations. Um, for The Secret Agent. Now, Jordan, based on what I've told you today, who do you think should win?
Um,
Or even if you don't know who should, who do you think will win?
I think Michael B. Jordan will win.
Yeah, same.
Um,
Wow, that's
I
that's
think.
that's very. What makes you okay? I want to know your reasoning. I want to know your reasoning, but continue. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
Um, well, it's just he's playing two of the same character, and it feels like that might propel him forward.
And that's just it's just a good performance. My thing is
I can't
I'm
I can't speak to
but
that.
who do you think should based on purely on what I've told you?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Interesting. That's an interesting choice. Interesting choice. Okay, that's fair. I could be convinced.
I just think I think he's a better actor
For me, his personal politics, whatever.
generally.
That's completely fair. I think that's fair. I don't know that you would have liked that movie. I really don't. But you might have. You might have. It might just have been your kind of just specifically a thing that you might maybe have liked.
Just weird enough.
Yeah. Like I like Leonardo DiCaprio. He does a lot of heavy lifting for me a lot of the time.
Yeah,
Um.
exactly. I like
Also,
it for me personally, like in terms of actors, of the options there. he's just the one that I like the most.
Also, it turns out I was mistaken. Brad Pitt wasn't nominated for best or leading actor. I thought he was. Um, we have for me. I'm real split. I think I want Timothy Chalamet because I really liked him as Marty Supreme. The final scene in that movie of him table tennising the guy is really good. That movie's fun enough that I would recommend it to you in like a Wolf of Wall Street kind of way. And it's not like
Interesting.
it's not overly long. It starts to push it, but it's not overly long. And this is performance I liked his performance in it. Yeah, like I say, it was giving me like a Goodfellas, definitely giving me like Scorsese vibes, but it wasn't Scorsese, but it was giving me those kind of vibes. Actor in a supporting role, we have Benicio del Toro in One Battle After Another. He is Leonardo DiCaprio's sidekick. We have Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein. We have Delroy Lindo for Sinners. We have Sean Penn, One Battle After Another, and then we have Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value.
I have no idea. None of those names mean anything to me.
Um, well, which of the movies? So One Ballad of Another, Sentimental Value, or One Ballad of Another, or Frankenstein or Sinners. I've talked about all these movies. Which one of those movies do you recall sounding the most interesting to you?
I mean, I always enjoy a good fresh take on Frankenstein, so I guess we'll go with that.
I would like him to win for Frankenstein. That's who I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein. The makeup is great. The performance, he's massive. The performance is massive. It's really good. Honestly, it's not I really enjoyed it. Is it the best adaptation of Frankenstein? No, but it's one of the better ones, and I definitely think it's a good performance. Now, I don't know. I don't remember who Delroy Lindo plays in Sinners, so that kind of eliminates it for me on that. Sean Penn he's the guy I mentioned he's the army guy. He is a scummy piece of shit in that. He is kind of, I can't think of a good comparison, but he is very much like a Trump era politician kind of guy. Oh, I guess his cadence reminded me a lot of Alex Jones. That's what his vocal pattern kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of gravelly kind of affect. And I'm like, oh, this is the guy who was in I Am Sam. It's enough of a transformative performance that I was like, I appreciate this. Oh, the thing I meant to mention about shit. I meant to mention this about um sentimental value about Stellan Skarsgård. I'll say it here real quickly, which is that the most interesting part for me about sentimental value is there's a point where they're looking for funding for Stellan Skarsgård's movie, and they wind up hooking up with Netflix, and uh, they're like, oh, is this going to go to theaters? And Stellan Skarsgård is like, well, yeah, obviously it's going to go to theaters. And one of the executives bursts in and he's like, oh no, we're still negotiating whether or not it's going to go to theaters. And Stellan Skarsgård acts as though his movie going to Netflix is this great indignity. And I found that fascinating because I was like, that felt real. Like that felt
Hmm.
like a real thing that a director like, oh, I get that. I understand why you would feel that as an indignity, and it shows how they don't respect Netflix or see Netflix movies as real movies. Like that's not a real movie if it doesn't go to movie theaters. I thought that perspective was interesting because I'm like, oh,
One would argue from a Oscar point of view, it's not.
it's not, right? And so it's just interesting that here's this Oscar nominated movie that is taking a dig at being funded by Netflix while a Netflix movie is about to win and has won several Netflix movies have won Oscars and one is probably going to win this year because K-pop Demon Hunters is a Netflix movie. So it's absolutely they absolutely are there's a great I think it's Adam Ruins Everything episode about how Netflix became like a real studio, which is really fascinating. Anyway, I think Sean Penn probably will win. I do. I don't think the Sinners guy's gonna win this. I'm rooting for Jacob Elordi. He's who if I were making an Oscar pool, he'd be in my Oscar pool. Um,
Okay. That it?
for best actress in a leading role, I'm gonna skip all the names. The ones that you know that I did were this was oh yeah, this is Emma Stone for Begonia. Renate, I'm not gonna say her name, but the girl from Sentimental Value. I think she's
Emma
the
Stone, because begonia is a funny word.
right. Um, I don't know. Here's the thing: in terms of the actual performance, I I think Emma Stone is good. I think she's won an Oscar for something else. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to waste your time looking it up. But I thought the performance was good. But in terms of being like, what is the Academy? And I would, if I had my ways, I'd be like Emma Stone because I'm a fan of hers and I like her work. I like that movie. That movie was easily my favorite movie of the week. Uh, but um, I think Jesse Buckley's going to win it for Hamnet, just because Hamnet, it's ticking those Academy boxes. It's
Mm,
the exact kind of performance the Academy likes. It's the exact kind of high emotion
it's
that
Oscar bait.
yeah, exactly, and I think it's gonna work. I think the performance is good, but I just think it's just like, at its core a by the numbers biopic movie. I think I compared
Mm,
it to one of yours. I compared it to Walk the Line. It reminded me a lot of like Shakespeare Walk the Line. Like except
hmm.
for instead of at the end of Walk the Line, he's singing. What does he sing? What song does he sing at the end of that movie? Folsom City Blues or whatever. He's doing Hamlet. Like that's what was happening in that movie. Um, Oh, this is where I was like, yeah. So Elle Fanning and the other daughter, both get nominated for sentimental value, and I'm like, Elle
Too many.
Fanning is okay.
Was
Like
there not any other ones they could have gone in?
that's what I'm saying, right? Like one of them. Surely one of they would have been supportive of each other. I don't think either of them is better than the other. But
Or
like
you put them both in and they get one
they get
and they
one
share it.
and they share it exactly. Again, I don't remember who. There's a girl from Sinners. I don't know who. I can't remember who she's playing. I didn't see Weapons. Oh yeah, Weapons is a horror movie. So that's one of the first times in like years that a horror movie has been nominated for a person from a horror movie has been nominated. So that's kind of interesting. But Tiana Taylor, I think she's the main girl from the One Battle. I quite liked her. I I'm kind of leaning towards the girl from One Battle After Another. That's where my guess is. And then we did Best Animated. The just the French films never stand a chance. We're gonna skip. We're gonna
Be really
skip.
funny. Be really funny if one of them
It
won.
really would be funny, but they don't stand a chance. We didn't watch the Best Animated Short Film, so I'm not gonna make a prediction on that.
No, those aren't real movies. Who watches
Um,
those?
Casting. I don't know how to judge casting. I don't know how you judge it, like casting in terms of an Oscar, so I just don't feel confident making a guess on that. But if I had to, I'd probably go. No, see, I can't. I have to deny it to Marty Supreme, because they cast Kevin Leary. What are you doing? That's bad casting. You should feel ashamed. Um, Maybe Sinners. I would probably. That's one of those ones I think maybe Sinners is probably gonna get. Cinematography. Uh, I could see Marty Supreme getting cinematography because it's that high frenetic, quick cut, uncut gems. People loved uncut gems, but it's probably gonna be Sinners. Same thing with costume designs. Probably gonna be Sinners. Directing. Uh, I don't. I see. That's where I'm like. See, okay, based upon what I told you, Hamnet for best directing.
Mm,
Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, or Sinners.
probably Hamnet.
Interesting.
Feels Oscar baity.
Interesting. I think it's
It just feels
probably.
it just feels like from what I remember the most Oscar baity of the ones you've
I
mentioned.
feel like it probably should be Ryan Coogler for Sinners, but I feel like
But that's not what you asked.
but I feel like Josh Safdie's gonna get it from Marty Supreme, and the conversation is gonna be that Ryan Coogler got robbed. That's my
I
prediction.
could I could see that.
And they're gonna be like, oh, another thing taken from a black man. Like that's the prediction. I think personally,
No comment.
I think Sinners is going to win Best Picture, but I don't think Ryan Coogler's gonna win Best Director. That's my prediction right now. We didn't watch any of the documentaries. I never do. Same thing with
Morgan
documentary short
Freeman.
film.
If Morgan
Um,
Freeman is in there, that's my choice. Morgan Freeman.
Editing, best editing. Again, I don't know how to judge film editing. I really don't. I'm not the guy to judge that. Um, I'm gonna say
I mean,
Sinners.
I know how to judge it, but I shouldn't be judging
No,
it.
I'm not the guy. I would say probably against Sinners because that movie's fast in a way that's not boring, but not also
Uh,
too fast. I
it's
would
real.
also.
It's really it's really easy to be a judgmental prick. That doesn't mean that I'm correct with my
Right,
judgments.
exactly. I think the only other one maybe F1. For I didn't watch the foreign films, although I feel like I did. Same thing with live action short films. Hair and makeup. Oh, we got Frankenstein. We got Kokuyo. We got Sinners. We got Smashing Machine, and we got The Ugly Stepsister. I kind of want to go Smashing Machine. Again, I'm pretty confident it's gonna be Sinners, but I want to say Smashing Machine because they put The Rock in a wig and they made him look like another guy pretty convincingly. So, best original score. I'm not a score guy, so I don't really feel confident. But again, probably Sinners. We already talked about original song. It's definitely going to be Golden. Excellent. The big one. So Jordan, based on what I told you, and based on what you know of the politics of the Academy of the Motion Picture Arts, and you know how Oscars work, and you know how popularity works, and you understand the sausage. We have
Putting a lot of pressure on me.
we've got Begonia, we've got F1, we've got Frankenstein, we've got Hamnet, we've got Marty Supreme, we've got One Battle After Another, and we've got The Secret Agent, we've got Sentimental Value, we've got Sinners, and we've got Train Dreams. Now, based entirely on what I've told you about those movies, because I've done every single one of these movies on the show, what do you want to win, and what do you think will win?
Um,
Keeping in mind that whatever you pick will go on your list.
Give me the options again.
So we got Hamnet, we've got Marty Supreme, we've got One Battle After Another, we've got The Secret Agent, we've got Sentimental Value, we've got Sinners, and we've got Train Dreams. And I talked about all of these movies on the show. One of which I didn't talk about today, but I talked about it previously.
I feel like the one which probably will win is either Sinners or what was that other one? Say them again.
Hamnet,
I'm sorry. I'm really not. I'm tired.
Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle
I think
After
the one
Another.
that I think the one that will win is Sinners. I think the one that should win is probably Hamnet.
Interesting. That's an interesting choice.
Um,
That I'm surprised you didn't say
uh,
Begonia.
I mean, you're asking me to judge it not based on what I think, but what the Oscars are about. And the Oscars are about being pretentious and up your own ass.
True, but so if you could, okay, then I'll do another one. If you could pick one, which one would you pick?
Begonia, because I think that name is hilarious.
And also just it was as my of them. I think not to say it was the best, but it was definitely my favorite.
I mean,
I quite liked.
I like Emma Stone.
Like if you
So
were to give me a ranked choice, it would probably be Begonia, Marty Supreme, and no Begonia, Sinners, and then Marty Supreme. But I also quite like Sinners. Um, so okay. I mean maybe I well no we'll do an episode. We're gonna do a horror movie episode or a vampire episode, so you can do Sinners when we talk about vampires because I want to do a vampires episode. So that'll give you an opportunity to talk about Sinners. Because I'd like you to watch Sinners. I'd like to know what you think about it.
I understand.
And then yeah, maybe we'll add Begonia to your list. Hey there, everybody. It's Endcard Justin here. Let me know down in the comments how many did we get right. Let me know. Let me know how many Oscars. I'm recording this the night of the Oscars. I don't know if the results have come out yet. Let me know how many we got wrong because I'm sure we got so many wrong. So just let me know. But in the meantime, if you would like to see the full podcast that this is from, our Oscars special, click the box on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Or you can just leave this video a like. That helps us out too. We'll see you all in the next video. Have a good day, everybody.